Hi you guys, today's my birthday, but I decided that I should put something together because I will be out to Orlando and then to Los Angeles, so I'll be out for like a week and a half. And I just want to have something together for you guys so you can start in your projects. So I've been doing a lot of stamp making projects, and I've done that on live videos and I've recorded it, so now it's gonna be pieced together, cutting out all the talks so that it gets straight to the point. So here for you guys, we have done this one before and I'll link that in the videos, and this one also, if you look at the live session, it is there. And today, mainly focus on this video is carving out this stamp right here. Doesn't that look nice? Okay, let's go on with the show. Of all three stamps that you see here, we are going to do the text stamp. But first, I want to go over the graphic stamp. This lesson is available on the live, so if you scroll over to the live tab, then you can see it. So now that we see how fun stamp making can be, let's apply it to the logo stamp. This printout is available for you for free in the description below, so you can go ahead and download it. So what we should start with is tracing over the letters, and then when you transfer it over, it will be backward, because then when you stamp it, it will be forward. So you always want your text logo to be backward. When you're tracing over the letters, make sure that you're pressing on really hard because we want that lead to transfer over to our lino block. Now that you're done, let's cut out that strip. Let's flip that paper over on a block. This is a very important part. You want to hold your paper still and make sure that you're not moving it, or else everything will move. So hold on really still, pressing down really hard. And this part you can shade it in. It doesn't need to be specific in any manner, just as long as you don't move the paper. When you press down, shade down on the top of the paper really hard, it will transfer your lead that you traced over from the previous steps. Sometimes you may even want to flip the paper over just to make sure that your drawings get transferred over. And voila, you're finished. Next step, trace over everything with a permanent marker. Shade in the inside, and that has a purpose, so I will tell you later. Just trace everything. Now here's the fun part, knowing to use your supplies. You have this anti-slipping mat that you would need and the scraping tools. So these are very sharp. It's linked in the description below, as well as I'm gonna link the video for the set of supplies that you would need. Be sure to watch that because that's very important. Okay, now that you have your scraping tool, you need to scrape away anything that is not a permanent marker. So all the black spaces, leave it, and you want to raise the text up, in which case that means you gotta scrape your platform down. The platform here is a grayish color. That's your liner block. Scrape it down so that you can bring the letters up because we'll be printing with the letters. When you're scraping, the best practice and the safety practice is to put your fingers behind your blade. Fingers behind your blade. Because you don't want to accidentally cut your finger if it's in front of your blade. Just imagine if your finger were to be in front and you're trying to scrape something, it gets stuck, and then you push hard and it goes straight to your skin. You don't want that. So make sure always practice safety practices and have your fingers behind your blade. It's not a matter of joke here, so be sure to be safe because you'll be sent to the emergency room. Something will happen. So if you're young, don't do this by yourself. Have your parents help you out. Here's a little tip. I use the razor to get me into the tough edges. So I would edge all the letters, and then when I scrape it, it acts as a stopping so that it doesn't, like an invisible line, so that the scraping, when you're using the scraping tool, it doesn't go past that line. It does not ruin your design. It will stop there, and then you just pop it up. Congratulations if you made it to this point. It means that you're almost done with your block paint, which means basically 99%. But we don't want to scrape all of the frame. You can leave the frame there if you like. It does make a nice artistic effect. But if you don't want the frame, you can go ahead and cut it out or scrape it all out. I just decide that I want to save the trouble by cutting it out so I don't have to scrape it out. So cut out the parts that supposedly you're going to scrape it out, but you found a little trick. So save yourself a step by just taking off those extra things. Okay, it's time to stamp, and let's use a cover. I'm just using a foil. It's easy to clean up. Here I am using wall paint. You can use acrylic if you like. I like wall paint because it doesn't dry as fast. If you use acrylic paint, you gotta transfer your stamp over right away because acrylic paint dries up really fast. Also, just a note here, you don't have to use paint at all. You don't even need to use the paint roller. It's just an extra thing, and it's fun to do something like this because it is something that is artsy and fun. Fun when you get your hands wet, get into it. But totally, you don't need to do that. These stuff, if you don't mind cleaning up the paint roller and everything else, go for it. Now, if you like something that is a little bit easier and less to clean up, then in the description below, I'm linking to you the stamp pads. When you finish making your stamp, you can use the pad, given that it fits inside the pad, of course, and then just roll it over. Basically, stamp it over, and it acts as the same thing. You can totally skip this step, and if you're on a money crunch, then you just save yourself some money by not buying paint or the roller. Here's one of the drawing that one of my live student who go on to my live stream did it. And I just want to give a shout out to Remy, the coolest. Thanks for doing this. We're going to use your paper as a model for our stamping process. What I like to do is stamp it over and then pray that it will work. Here goes nothing. Here goes nothing. Let's take it out. And we have... I left it there a little bit too long and it took off the paper. And that area is too dark. So let's do it one more time because it's too dark. We can't see it. Let's stamp it on the brighter side this time and hope for the best. Pray, pray, pray. Come on, let's get it. We got this. Let's go. Woo! And I'm loving it. It's coming out really good. I can see the letters clearly. I hope you guys had fun watching this tutorial and that you've learned something. I really hope that maybe if you have a chance to try it, I'd like to see it. My email is in the description below. If you finish this product and you would like to show me, I would love to show it to the rest of the world. So yes, thank you so much for tuning in. Remember to like, subscribe, and share this with your friends.